who are dedicated to being organized, even if it's not, you know, being a competitive team. It is dedicated to being organized, playing on a team, and listening to the people. We do draft, so everyone, you know, the teams are always relatively balanced. But anyway, so we were playing last night, and we were playing on this other map whose name I can't remember because I'm just that bad. And one of the things that was brought up is just how interconnected Jambi is. So while it's a very big map, there's a lot of different rooms, a lot of res nodes to take. It is a five tech point map. The interesting thing is that the number of connections from room to room is very high, and this is unlike the other map, the other custom map that they'll be playing in this season. So keep an eye out for just how long it takes people to get from one part of the map to any particular other part of the map for reinforcements.
Yeah, and this match is underway. We got RadicaL on the Marines and Anatolian Tigers on the Aliens, and the Marines are starting in docking, AT starting in pipeworks. That's usually what I see the start points on this map. And we're seeing right away RadicaL runs to the middle to Gravity just to lock that down as fast as they can.
And I'll tell you right now, the worst part of casting this match is going to be trying to remember the names of all the rooms.
Yes, because I don't have much experience on this map either. So I'm going to have to be looking at my top left a lot, which looks a little bit bugged because it says unknown a lot of the times.
Yeah. Well, plus you have to actually be hovered over that part of the map, so sometimes I'll be like looking at my mini-map and going, oh, there's something going on in that room that's called click Pipeworks.
Yep. So forgive me, guys, if I bring up my my overlay a little bit more than usual. I don't know the rooms much on this. So we're seeing just a little bit of a fight happening now in the pub. We got Flex versus Turtle. They're kind of just hanging out, and we just see a big push by Xenocide and Neem in Gravity, taking down 2 RadicaL Marines there, and 44% on that RT. They're going to be denied that expansion. Nice little Hydra setup in offload, protecting this entrance into here that basically seals off organ donation and exit C all the way to Pipeworks, so their only other way in is through X, oxidization, and transfer.
You know, what's really interesting to me is if you look at things on the beginning of this matchup, RadicaL on this map looks almost like Anatolian Tigers looked on previous maps. They are sending 1 Marine here, 1 Marine there, 2 Marines here. They're not acting with purpose.
Yeah, and who knows if that actually could just be their map. I don't know how much playtime they actually got to practice on this, but yeah, look, Draco coming into Baywing alone against Xenocide and Neem. He gets taken out. Neem is down to 3% health, and that RT is going to go down. Another Marine, Psycho, coming in from trash ejection into Baywing, going up against Neem and Xenocide. Neem might get taken out pretty quickly, and he does right around that corner. Xenocide sees him, gets taken down, tries to parasite him from around the corner.
To pinch.
Yep, and Alan comes in from the other side, and Xenocide is stuck between 2 Marines.
Yep. The pinch move. The pincer.
Yeah, and Levsteel now, an organ donation, got past those Hydras against Coco, who's a Gorge. He is attacking Levsteel with Spit, and Levsteel is kind of falling back just a bit. We see a health pack drop there. Xenocide's on the other end. Coco might go down and lose that Gorge early in the game. 20%, and he does go down with pistol shots. Patatis comes in and takes him out, but it's too late. They already lost their Gorge.
Yeah, they do have another one in the purple color. Bell is on Gorge as well, which is a really interesting choice on this map. I mean, as we discussed, there are a lot of different little hallways that you can cut off. So having double Gorge may have been a wise choice. Of course, losing that second Gorge is not going to help them.
We're seeing a good push by RadicaL in oxygenation. I gotta say it slower. 60% on that RT. Shotguns are now being researched. Armor 1 just got completed. That's going to help their survivability. Alan and Psycho now against Coco and Neem. Coco goes down. Neem goes down, and that RT is going to end up getting destroyed. That moves the aliens down to 2.
And what started out as a pretty good game for Anatolian Tigers is quickly turning around. Again, individual skill playing a large part in this. I mean, look at Draco right now down in exit C, backing away through this doorway so that he's forcing Patates and I Like Turtles to come through in an area where he doesn't have to aim a lot to get his shots on. And he does get killed, but Patates was so low at the end of that fight.
Yeah, and AT now assisting into waste recycling, but that is being cut off by Alan and Psycho. They are now building the power in there to try to establish that as a base. 2 Skulks right now coming through security and moving into waste recycling to meet that threat. They are across the room. This is not a good position for Skulks to be in, very far away and not being able to sneak up on Marines.
Yeah, but the one thing that you can't see very well from the top-down view in this room is waste recycling has a lot of objects in it. It is very easy as a Skulk to just kind of hip-hop around and get behind things. And you see one of the interesting things that I think you brought up earlier, they went shift high first to get that celerity because this map is so big and they wanted the extra mobility.
Yeah, and
it seems to be paying off to a degree.
Definitely. Look at... I mean, they are going together. They were going together in Baywing and Waste Recycling. We got 2, Alan and Psycho now coming up from Trash Ejection. They're going to meet Neem and Xenocide. I'm seeing a little, I think you're right. We're seeing a little bit of different play here from AT. They're staying together. They're grouping up a bit more, but it's tough because what it falls down to is what we're seeing is the individual skill of RadicaL is slightly better than, the skill of AT's players.
Yeah, and there is a little bit of poor communication there as Neem runs away during that fight. And wow, Coco just gets absolutely by Psycho. Psycho, again, a phenomenal shot with that shotgun.
Yeah, and now that RT in Waste Recycling that just got dropped is down. We see a lurk on the field. Patates is trying to potshot them with spikes. Xenocide now coming in. A scan just came down. That's going to help RadicaL, but I'm sorry, Psycho, but not too much.
Very good timing by Xenocide to get Psycho down. So that shotgun is down. That's a 20 res loss if they can hold on to this positioning, and he's going to go ahead and take out Alan as well. Xenocide definitely racking up the kills here. He is at 3 and 3, but some very important kills there in Waste Recycling to hold on to that position.
Draco and Flex across the map in Electrical Core just stopped a 3 Skulk push against them and ended up not losing either one of themselves and staying alive and holding Electrical Core. So they're killing Sis right now, stopping that alien expansion. Aliens are sitting on 3 RTs with 1 being built against 4 for RadicaL. They are floating about 43 res, which is good. They're in a good position. I think this game really can go either way at this point. I'm seeing some great plays from AT.
Yeah, and what's interesting is that I was just about to say that nobody has claimed gravity yet in any significant way, which is what I usually see when we play this map. But just as I was about to say that, we do see a phase gate going down in that doorway at the top of gravity. Psycho and Alan are there power building. Mines are already down, and there is no response from the aliens. I don't think they're even aware that that is happening. But a hive has been dropped up in waste recycling, and Xenocide is there to build. He's just, with that shift right above him, he's going to be able to sort of pump out that heal spray at an unlimited rate.
Yeah, and, we're seeing an RT go down in oxygenation. Weapons 2 has been started. That RT actually is going to go down. I like the way AT's kind of playing right now. They're being aggressive on the map. As in to take bases. They do need to group up a little bit more. They're going to be what's going to help them is, the grouping up, using the buddy system, because, against these, higher skilled Marines.
What's interesting to me, though, is that while they have lost several RTs at this point, they're always at 3. This is not something that we could have said about them before. They've been at least 3 RTs since about the 6th
6-minute mark. They were only at 2 for about 2 minutes there, and they have been up as high as 5. So a very good job, and they're about to lose another one here in Organ Donation, so they're going to go down to 2. We don't see another one on the way yet, but here come the reinforcements. Neem is there, Zealot's there, Patates is there, Coco is there as well, and they're going to go ahead and clean this up here in Organ Donation and probably redrop there, although Draco has come in to support, and Patates is very low on that lurk. He's going to have to get out of there, but Coco is there to finish it off with the help of some Hydras around the corner, so a good job defending that, and we'll probably see that RT go up again pretty quickly.
Yeah, and we do see that the RadicaL has lost a player, and it looks like he's going to be reconnecting pretty soon, so it's 5-on-6 right now, but we are well past the 2-minute mark, so this game still plays.
Yep.
3 Marines right now, Psycho, Allen, and Draco moving in through security into waste recycling against that new hive that just got built. And Weapons 2 has been completed.
Get out of there. Oh.
Another gorge down.
They have done a pretty decent job of pushing them out. We do have Patates here as well as I Like Turtles, and this hive is going to offer its own amount of healing. There's a shift there, so they have plenty of energy to work off of. Zealot has come back on another gorge, so there's going to be plenty of healing for this lurk and these skulks. And we do see that Psycho tried to go around the side and kind of get a little cutoff here, but I Like Turtles cuts him off. Draco is following in suit, and these RadicaL players are very much strung out. They're going to get picked off one by one.
Yeah, and you know what we were saying before, you know, in the last match, we need to see AT do some harassment. You know, I think that definitely holds true. That we see Coco right now in the pub taking down that RT. It looks like he's definitely going to be able to take that down. That's going to drop them down to 3 RTs with 1 being built. Big fight happening in oxygenation right now, 3-on-2. And we're seeing that the aliens right now got pushed back, and that RT is in trouble. That may drop them down to 3 if they do end up taking that down. Patates shooting spikes, not enough. That RT does go down.
But 3 res nodes for the aliens is not as bad as 3 res nodes for Marines. What they need to do right now is, I'm not sure if they're aware that this phase gate is there. I mean, they have to assume that there's a phase gate in the area because these guys are coming in so quickly as reinforcements. But they really need to push on this gravity phase gate and get that taken down if they're gonna maintain their res dominance as they have so far on this map. They need to be able to hold. They need to be able to hold organ donation and oxygenation, which are the 2 that have been keep going down over and over and over again, and it's because of that phase gate.
Yeah, and they have a robo factory down there. I believe it is an arc factory. So they're going to be pumping out arcs pretty soon, and they can go either way from having such a central position in gravity.
Oh no, and Patates does not get around the corner quite fast enough and loses his lurk. Oh boy. They're going to get power up in exit C, and that means we're probably going to see a phase gate in there.
Yeah, if we see a phase gate go up there, then the arcs that are going to be pumped out in gravity are going to come to exit C, and they're just going to plop them right outside this wall. They're well in range of that hive. Wow, the entire alien team out, moving into exit C, clearing out RadicaL, but RadicaL doing a fantastic job.
Wow!
Wow!
Psycho!
Wow!
Psycho!
That was amazing. That was the entire team's dead. Look at your right screen. The entire team just went on a res wave.
Yeah, but they all just respawned as well. So
wow.
Phase gate is now up.
Phase gate is up. They have an armory that is 60%
no,
built.
don't go in at a time.
They need to do that group up again, and I mean, I know that we say they need to group up to beat, you know, RadicaL, but wow, they just did, and it failed.
Yeah. Apparently that's, you know, I think the problem there is that they all came in from one direction. If they had 1 or 2 guys come in from the back and pick off Psycho in particular from behind, I think they would have been in a lot better position. Grouping up does not always mean everybody's standing in the same.
Yeah, in the same spot. And against shotguns, we say in those really small, tight places, you got 3, 4 Marines with shotguns against aliens grouped up in a tight place. Goodbye, aliens.
Yeah.
We see a Mac out now. here's the arcs. Like we said, they're just going to position right outside that wall, set up, and just start slamming that hive that's in Pipeworks.
I wonder if they can reach the hive from there.
Yep.
Well, it looks like one of them can. I think I don't know if both of them are hitting it. Yeah.
Is it only one in the corner?
Yep. Nope. They're both of them getting it.
Yeah. And now the aliens right now, AT scrambling right now to get that offensive out of there. We see spores being put out. We do have a fade on the field.
Down. Yep. I think they're going to get this. That hive is going to be okay, especially if there's... I don't think there's a good... Oh my god, that fade is extremely low. Turtles has got to get out of there. Turtles goes down. Oh my
Turtles
goodness.
goes down. Wow.
Mine. He ran right into a mine that was there to guard that phase gate, and he could not get back around the corner.
Yeah, and you know, with that phase gate right there, like, the reinforcements were going to... They held him off just enough for the reinforcements to get there in time.
Yep.
You know, and the Max are there helping. That hive goes down. They just lost shift, spores, leap.
Calling it, GG.
Here comes another push.
As Draco gets 2 shotgun kills on Coco and Xenocide.
Wow. Oxygenation. I'm
Zenoric has given you. Call it Oxy.
Okay, thank you, Zenoric. I'm gonna call it Oxy. Oxy RT just got killed by Psycho. That's going down. And we see 2 RadicaL Marines in Pipeworks, just cleaning it out. Those we got the ARC train moving, trying to go through the vents, but you can't do that. But they are just gonna set up there and take out. What are they trying to take out? Doesn't seem to be any buildings anywhere. All right, and
so
AT
I don't
now.
know. I think AT has they played a very good beginning of their game. I'm not really sure at what point precisely things started to fall apart for them. I think it was when that phase gate went down in gravity and they never responded to it. Because it allowed such fast reinforcements to keep their res denial. And that's their big advantage on this map, was that they had celerity, so they were getting really good res flow. They were doing a very good job of harassing and keeping the Marines down to around 3 res nodes for most of the beginning of the game. And as soon as that phase gate went down, that all went to pot, and that was it for them.
Yeah, great offensive coming in from AT, just taking out Draco and Patates in there. 30% on that phase gate, but that's not going to be enough. They just phase through and get it down. 22% on the power. Neem has to get out of there. He's not going to be able to take down that power. Psycho is going to engage him, and Allen is coming up too. And Neem goes down. Turtles is now right behind him. And he goes down as well. You know, with what you were saying earlier of when this game turned, I mean, I agree. The gravity phase gate played a key role in the you know, the advancement of RadicaL's agenda. What I think did too, in more of a long term, was the lack of resource harassment from AT. There's, you know,
and I think
RadicaL's sitting on 7 RTs right now. I mean, how many really did they lose?
I mean, they lost a fair number at the beginning of the game. They've lost a total of 11 RTs throughout the game. Or, I'm sorry, that was the aliens lost 1 RT. They have lost a total of 6 RTs throughout the game. So they have lost plenty of RTs. And especially early on in the game, they were again, the res harassment was very good early on in the game. But as soon as things turned around and they were on their back foot, having to defend against that push from gravity over and over and over again, they didn't have anybody to stand out. Because again, remember, RadicaL has the better shooters, so for every 1 player that's harassing the AT res nodes, they have to send 2 skulks to deal with it.
Right.
Is typically how this has been playing out. So they don't have that 1 extra player that they can go send to harass res while RadicaL pushes.
Yep, exactly. We're seeing that a failed push in the main base of the Marines from AT was pushed back. They took down the observatory, but they just got it back really fast. And now we're seeing a push by Draco, Psycho, and Allen with 3 Arcs right behind him, moving through trash ejection, through Bay Wing. They're going to come right up to waste recycling and start taking out that hive. They're taking down the RT right now in Bay Wing. That goes down. AT is sitting on one RT with one being grown. So their main one and one being grown. Though Zenuside and Patates just takes down the phase gate in exit C.
I think they're trying to reestablish in Pipeworks. I think it's my only, you know, reasoning for focusing on that phase gate.
Yeah, and now it's really they're biting res nodes right now, trying to stop the resource flow, but it's too little, too late. Those arcs are now set up in Baywing in the corner, and they are in range.
I mean, and the other thing here is that they have had these arcs have been coming for a while now. I mean, I think we first saw arcs around the 13-minute mark, maybe, and we still have never seen Bile even research. And I think when you see arcs coming out, the very first thing you do is you immediately start researching Bile.
Yeah. Definitely, and you know what? They didn't have any defense when it came to them in Pipeworks, which is but great setup. And there's the GG from AT. We knew that was coming soon here. RadicaL takes AT out on Jambi. Round 1 on Jambi, so that makes the whole match 3-0 for RadicaL.
And look, they drew a little arrow. They drew a mouse cursor on the screen with the face gate. Isn't that cute?